This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through your Forest River Salem Villa Classic, model 42 QBQ. Okay, I'm on the door side of the trailer, walking towards the rear. So you see you have a swing out grill. Now this grill has to be plugged in. The line has to be plugged in, the LP line, so you get a line with it. Plus you can see right here, it plugs in right there with a quick connect. And then to the bottom of the grill. Alright, plenty of slides on this trailer. Let's see what we got here. Outside kitchen with running water and a refrigerator. Very nice. We have bathroom door here to access the basically a half bath right here. You have a power awning with LED strip. Outside speakers. That is the vent for the range hood. Make sure you always open this vent. There's tabs on the bottom of it so you can vent your range to the outside, so make sure the baffle is flapping freely. Otherwise you're just going to keep it shut if you're not using the fan on the range hood. You got power, that's just for output for your furnace. Your water heater is here. The switches to operate it are inside. You see right here, that is where it drains. Always keep in mind there's a second switch here for the electric heating element here. So this switch here just operates the electric element that's behind this cover. Alright, and that's where it drains from. Of course, this has to be bypassed when it's winterized. You can't get antifreeze into the water heater because it'll leave a really foul taste. So they do give you the valves on the back of the water heater to bypass it. I hope I made sense to you right there. So, okay. This, you got two 30-pound tanks, deep cycle marine battery, and there's the kill switch for the battery. Alright. This is where you deal with your water. City water connection is right here, is what you're normally going to use, obviously. You just hook up your hose, turn it on, and you're ready to go. Pressurizes the whole trailer. If you're at a campground that does not have plumbing on the campsite, you can fill your fresh water tank right there and use the onboard water pump to pump your water. Okay. Moving on, more storage. These are your dump valves here. That petcock sticking down right there is for your fresh water drain, to drain your fresh water tank. So you've got your valves here. You got two black valves there and there. Okay. And a gray. So basically, you're always going to dump the black first. The black tank is toilet water and waste, and then you'll dump the gray second. The gray is sink and shower water. You just do that because the black water or the gray water is cleaner than the black water, so it helps to clean it out a bit. Alright. Of course, your hose goes on the end of there and into your dump station. Moving along. Back at the back of the trailer is your power cord. It's 25 feet long. Oh, that one might be a 30. Let's see what we got here so I can tell you accurately if I can see it. Of course I don't. It's at least 25 feet long. Some of them have been shipping 30 lately, but it's at least 25 feet. This is just cable and satellite through to the entertainment area. Keep in mind you got to inspect the roof like all trailers. So try you figure 3 times a year, the spring, the fall, and once in the middle of the summer, you're going to go up there, check all the seals on the roof, make sure there's no separation happening. Always inspect it. And if you see an issue, take care of it, or have it taken care of, alright? Because you want to keep water out of the building materials. That doesn't just apply to this trailer, it's every trailer ever made. It's a very important thing. Okay. So, here we are inside, and this is the control panel. Alright, so I showed you how to turn the water heater on electric, that switch in the lower left hand corner for the electric heating element. You can light it on gas right here if you're going to use the gas. Most people are going to use electric, obviously. You don't want to waste your propane on heating water unless you have to. The water pump for the onboard water tank is right here. You also use that for winterization. Okay, outside speaker on and off. That's unusual. Oh, that's the light on the outside speaker, I bet. Yeah, there's a, here, let me show you. There's a blue light, if you can see it. That's on your speaker. Then you have your ceiling light, your awning light, which is right here. You can see it's got an LED. Let's see here. So you got your slide room here. That's for, let me see which one is for here. This one here, it looks like. Yep, so this switch here, this one will come in first, and then they'll follow, the rest will follow. Sometimes it's hard to know the order of them, you just sort of got to learn it. So, your awning, for example, is right here. Out, I would push out, and it's going to roll on out. Never leave it out unattended. If you're not going to be at the trailer, you're going to roll it in because the wind will come up quick and it can damage it in just a second. Alright, you roll it out till basically you can see the awning tube. It's a metal tube. Once you see a tube, you know you're out all the way. Okay. Microwave works like any other microwave. It's a nice one. Very big. Took an entire horse in there. Okay. The range top just sparks, so you're going to put this to light, and you're just going to spark it like that. You turn the sparker clockwise to spark them. The oven is similar, except that you have a, it works like an old water heater. You used to work in some water heaters at home, still do, but you'll go to pilot like that, then you depress it. You hold it in. You have to keep holding it, then you're going to spark it. And in the back, on the bottom here, there's a heating element back there. Let me just show you. See it spark back there. But I would still be holding this down. I just had to do that because I got to hold this camera in one hand here. So you keep it held down until the pilot light down there lights. After it lights, you're still going to hold it for another 10 seconds or so to heat it up. Then you go to whatever operating temperature you want, like so. And it'll cycle through like a regular oven. But when you go back to off, the flame obviously goes off, but so does the pilot light. So you have to light the pilot light each time before you use it. You got a 110 AC refrigerator here. There should be somewhere in the trailer, I'll find it, there's a little attachment that screws in there. It looks like a knob with a shaft on it to keep it from opening during, here it is, to keep it from opening during transit. So we'll put that in there now so somebody doesn't forget. Because I understand you're having this transported to your lot. Okay, there we go. That's just so your door doesn't get dented up. There we go. Okay. Well, we're in the drawer here. You get 2 toilet chemical samples. This is the remote for your furnace. For your fireplace, and that's the remote for your sound bar. And in these packets are all the manuals. Every appliance in here has its own manual, so you can read it and educate yourself if you choose to. Now we're not plugged in at this point. Let me look back on the pole. No, so we're unplugged at this point. So basically the fireplace, you can turn on the fan on high and low, so it blows out more warm air. You can shut it off too. You can set the thermostat on it. You can adjust the flame, and it has a timer. This runs on 110 AC, so it doesn't use up any of your gas. So you can save your propane for colder days. This will take the chill out of this room in just an instant. It's very good for that. Alright, your sound bar basically has 2 zones. One is inside, 2 is outside. You can stream off this USB here. This HDMI is an in. So if you wanted to set like a game machine with a Blu-ray player right there, you could go in through the system into the TV set. There's a backer plate here to put a good bracket on there. You could also hook up with this wirelessly through Bluetooth with your phone or tablet. So it does a lot for just a sound bar, and it's everything you really need. Once you get a TV on there, you'll be in really good shape. Okay. That's accent lighting there. You can see it around the floor there. Now, the fireplace, actually, now I'm looking at it, we are plugged in. I just didn't have the switch. You can't run the fireplace and the microwave at the same time, so you have to flip this. So now if I use the remote, I'm not going to go through it all again, but I'll show you. It just turns after I said that. I guess maybe we're not. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Let me see why that's happening. Yeah, I'm going to put new battery. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I got the wrong remote. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. I guess I should pay more attention there. So, yes, it does work, but you've got to switch it right there. This is the power converter. It converts AC to DC power, so it takes regular 110 AC, and you got regular circuit breakers here like you would have at home. They're all labeled. Some things have to run an AC power like the microwave and the fireplace and the air conditioner. Everything else is converted to 12 volt DC, and you see you've got automotive fuses here. If these fuses ever blow, they're all labeled here too. If they ever blow, you'll see them through this plastic here. So it'll light up and you'll know that it needs to be replaced. This also keeps your battery charged, so if you're plugged in, it'll sense your battery and see what kind of energy it needs. Got a little pantry there, which is cool. Okay, we're still cleaning here, so we see some stuff here. Alright, so this bed jackknifes into a couch, or actually it's a couch that jackknifes into a bed. I'll put it back up into this position for you, right there. This, to get it out of the way, you can fold this up, and it latches into there. So that folds out of the way. You got TV backer with antenna and power. This drops down into a bed, and you got another one there. So you got 4 beds in this bunk room, and you could even put a mattress on the floor for cousins and friends and that sort of thing. Okay. The thermostat is real simple. You just hit it once in the mode button to light it up. Then you go through it. Fan, air conditioner, always run it on auto. Everything on auto if you can. Then you go to heat and then off. So that's how you do everything now. Everything has a delay time. So you're going to you're going to give it a few minutes, or I should say some seconds to kick on, because everything has a delay to it. Alright, so everything works like you would at home. Shower, sink, GFCI. But the toilet, obviously you can't use it dry. That's the main thing about the RV toilet. The flush is here. See water coming out. Although we're just running on residual pressure right now. So what you do, after the tank's been dumped and hasn't been used, you're going to put chemical in there, and then you're going to stand on the pedal and put a gallon or 2 of water in it. The bottom line is you can't use it without chemical or dry, so you got to sort of prime it that way before you start using it. If you want to fill the water level higher before you use it, you just step on the pedal a little bit, and the water valve will fill it, but the trap won't open, so you can put as much water in it as you need to. Also, you got a vent with a fan on it. Make sure when you use the shower you run the vent. Run the fan. Open the vent. Got a vacuum down here. This trailer's got everything, and then some. All kinds of storage in here, as you can see. Okay, I'm going to shut this now because I don't want it to be latched in place when it's transported. Okay, and you got a dresser here, another video hookup with electricity there. Of course, the emergency window works like this. You just open it like that. You can use that for ventilation, but if you're going to escape from the trailer, you push it all the way through, obviously. Pull this screen out by this red tab, and then out you go. Alright. Okay. Nice. And you probably have some storage under here. Yep. So the bed comes up. You've got a, that's good for shoes, I would guess. That's what it's designed for. Those are your vacuum components for your vacuum, and those are your wheel covers for the cover up the lug nuts and the center caps. Okay, very nice. Your antenna is right up there. You can rotate it with this knob here too. Alrighty, as I go through, I'm looking around to make sure I don't miss anything. This is your carbon monoxide and LP gas tester here. It should always be green like that. If it's not green, then you get it serviced or replaced. It'll actually be replaced, generally speaking. It should work good for, 15 years, so I'm told, because of the little radioactive dot they have in there to make it operate correctly. But the thing is, I've seen them a lot older still working. But the bottom line is, you can self-test it here by pushing that. It'll go through 2 self-tests, one for carbon monoxide, one for LP gas. Another one coming up, there we go. Back to green. It should always be green. So you want to just make sure it's working. That's the bottom line. You also have a smoke detector, which is up there by your bedroom door. Okay. Alright, here we go. I'm back in the bunk room, and this is the half bath I showed you from the outside. You also have a fan in it, and the toilet operates the same way. You got to have some chemical and water in it to start off. Okay. Alrighty, that's looking good. So, I'm walking through, checking everything out. This, of course, I'm sure you've seen this. You remove the cushions here, and then this folds out. 2 panels this way, and then the back panel folds down, so you got a 3 panel. It's all foam. It's not a bad height of bed, especially compared to the way they used to be. So it's kind of a good, I think it's nice. Period. So, okay. Well, I'm gonna let you go now, and thanks for purchasing this trailer from National RV Detroit, and goodbye.